Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I've been keeping my eye out on social media and just sort of trying to gauge how people were moving and what the general narrative, is how people feel about it. And the one thing that I can say is Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen for Islam, because it seems like so many people have all of their eggs in one basket, and that basket is Donald Trump. They seem to be so concerned with critiquing him and what he's doing and what he's saying and how he's moving, and he's inept and he dropped the ball here and he didn't do this and he didn't do that, that people are really in despair and really in fear. They think that the fate of humanity is in Donald Trump's hands and the decisions that he makes. And this is a sad state of affairs. That's a sad position to be in when all your hopes and dreams lay at the feet or in the hands of a man or men in general. That's a sad way to live your life. I know an individual who used to claim Islam, and he's now murtad. He's an atheist. He's a kafir. And, almost every day he's posting about corona. And, if it's not corona, it's connected to the president and what he's not doing, or where he's failing the people. And I really feel sorry for people like that, because all they have is themselves and what other men can offer them by way of science, by way of basically personal opinion. They don't have anything else to really hold on to. They don't have any hope, or their hope is in whatever science tells them. And we all know that science, is not fact. And what I mean by that is science changes. What was a scientific fact 60 years ago is laughable today. What was a scientific fact 80 years ago, 15 years ago, is laughable today. Things change, but the knowledge of Allah and what he said in his book for all of mankind does not change. So I feel sorry for people like that who cling to something that changes so much. As a Muslim, of course, we, in times like this, we do our due diligence. We follow the religious guidance of our scholars in issues of religion. When we talk about issues of medicine, well, of course, we tie our camel, for those who understand this terminology and have read that narration. Of course, we tie our camel. We listen to the scientific experts or the medical experts in reference to how we deal with it now. Wash our hands, social distancing, all of these types of things. But ultimately, the fate of humanity is in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not Donald Trump, not any man. So therefore, I have a peace in my heart. I'm not living in fear. I'm not running around here, scared to smile at people or say hello to somebody, or, it's ridiculous, man. These people, we give this virus its due respect. This virus is a creation from Allah, as is everything. So we give it its respect. And again, we follow the advice of the medical experts, because this is their field of expertise. In the Quran, we told that if you don't know, then you ask the people of dhikr, or remembrance. You ask the people of knowledge if you don't know. So, we ask the people of knowledge when it comes to issues of viruses and medicine and things like this, of course. And we follow their advice, as long as it doesn't go against the Quran and the Sunnah. If it goes against the Quran and the Sunnah, then that's it, And the funny thing is that how we as Muslims have been guided to deal with plagues, it's already outlined for us in the narrations. What did the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ say about plagues? about leaving your land if the plague is in your land, traveling to another land. So I mean, we have guidance as Muslims on how to deal with this. It's not like we're just out here floating on nothing. We have guidance. So for the Muslims, man, don't get too wrapped up in the president. Don't get too wrapped up in the news every day and listening corona this, corona that, you know, sticking your head in the sand, not living your life. You know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he creates things and there's wisdom in everything that he creates. But for the kuffar, they mainly look for the negative, what they can't do now. What can't you do? That's how they look at it. But like for me, at home, I get to spend time with my family, time that I didn't get to spend previous to this. I get to reconnect with my children. I get to take them in to ride bikes at the park. You know, I get to cook dinner now. You know, I'm cooking dinner tonight. I get to do things with my family that I didn't get to do before. So this situation, again, you look for the wisdom, you look for the blessing in it, you look for the opportunity, you know, as well as now I have more time to read Quran. I have more time to watch lectures with my children. I have more time to do things with them and spend time with my family in general, visit my father who's in his 80s, whereas I didn't have a lot of time to do these things before teaching. So it's not all bad. Don't listen to the news every single day because it's the same thing over and over and over. Stay connected to the pertinent information. You know, follow the advice of the medical experts and use this as an opportunity to get closer to your Lord and make dua for these jahil people out here who are godless and who only think that men can give them answers, because these people are truly lost. Barakallahu feekum wa jazakum Allahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.